Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So tonight I decided to move into my room because it's been a long time since I've been in my room since I've done a makeup video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a makeup video for you guys. And so tonight I'll be doing a makeup video for work. So why don't you guys get ready with me and go to work with me. Alright, so tonight I'm gonna do my normal everyday makeup routine. So the first thing I do is that I use my SPF. I never leave home without it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit, not so much, like this much, and I just like dab it on. I don't put too much on, just because when it comes to makeup, I am a perfectionist. So I just put on, same thing again, a little bit amount of my foundation. So right now I'm just soaking all of this in, and then after I'm done, I just scrape it off and I use it. So I just go in the right placements. If I have too much, then I take the rest on my lovely neck, because the neck is like a second face. So I just blend that in with my actual skin down here, and then I move on to the actual face. I know everyone is different with their makeup, but that's alright. Right now, I'm just getting inside my T-zone, just making sure. So the thing is for me is that I don't put on too much makeup or too little of makeup, just because I just really want it to be light on, so I don't have to feel like I don't have too much on. If I have too much on, then it just goes way off. So yes, so now, and I go in here as well. So here is the look of the foundation. The foundation that I use is Revlon. I love Revlon. It's one of my favorites. And it lasts 3 times as much, which is incredible. I don't always put foundation on right away because it has to take time for it to work. So there's 2 mascaras that I'm going to be doing. This is a Tarte mascara. That I use first as a base. It really holds my lashes together. And it does it really beautifully. And the next one that I use is basically makes them longer. And it's L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Original. It just gives it more volume, which makes it a little bit more, lengthens them. So I'm just going to put a little bit on. And if it doesn't look as good, I just go back in and fix it. I hope you guys, this night is going well so far. my night has been very relaxing, which is nice. So yeah, so far I got the mascara on, so right now I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of concealer on. It's still L'Oreal Paris. I love L'Oreal Paris. It's one of my favorite brands. I actually had their eyeshadows, but some of their eyeshadows that I use, I'm completely out of, so I gave them to my friend, you know, just because the other colors matches her skin tone, so I basically use my own. So I got Wet n Wild CoverGirl, which is presented by the one and only Procter & Gamble. But tonight I'm going to be doing a more natural look tonight, because I do like people seeing like my fun, bubbly personality, you know, in my makeup. So I like to mix and match sometimes. To me, it's either go big, go home, you know. So I first start off with this color right here. Is of the Truth and Bare collection. It's a very soft, dainty color. I use that for my base. I do the exact same thing on the other side, of course, and then I just go back in just to redo it. So that's the more natural look I usually do when I go up to work. But tonight, I'm also going to be adding another color. It's this gold color. It's very pretty. I love, you know, a girl's best friend is diamonds and sparkles. You have to know that at some point. So, any ladies that's watching this, you're gonna love what I have for you tonight. I usually wear this, when I go, not just to work, but also if I went out for the day. You know, there's always single guys out there, but for me, but it's not just about the guys, it's also, you know, and so after I do that, I quickly just go a little bit back in with my concealer. I basically just want to go back in and just sharpen those edges. But I use my fingers. I know a lot of you guys don't like using sponges. So, and I also learn a little bit of this just because, you know, Pat McGrath does the exact same thing. All she does is by hand. So, it's like I'm almost starting up there. So, yes. Alright, so now that I've done that and it's well blended in, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. And it's from Maybelline, New York, which is amazing, by the way. I've never been to New York, but hopefully one day I get to. My sister-in-law actually did at one point, and so did my friend's boyfriend, actually. So my friend and her boyfriend worked together about Chick-fil-A, which is literally across the way from my work. So it's not that far away, which is nice. So anytime if I want to go and see her, I go and see her. You know, it's very exciting. Okay, now the eye's completely finished. Okay, so now I move on to my contour. My contour is actually kind of dark, so I'm gonna go a little bit in a different direction of using lipstick. I know this old school, but I'm gonna be using Ginger Spice. It's a really pretty brown, actually. And with this, I do go back in with my fingers just so it can be a little bit more sharper. I don't put a whole lot on just because sometimes I feel like adding contour is a little bit more work for me, but I don't mind it. You know, I know everyone has their own techniques and their own ways that they do it, but that's alright. And right now, I'm just gonna, since there's already foundation on this, I can be able to just blend this in just a little bit so I can have a little bit of the color and still blend that in a little bit with my skin. And it's perfect because my skin, this is already fading away into my skin, so it's really nice. And I do the exact same thing on the other side too. I have very dry, sensitive skin, so that's why I don't put as much makeup on, because I really want to show off my features, not the whole face, but still enough of my features. Alright, so now that I've done my contour and blend that in beautifully, I go in with my blush. So there's either two ways. I can put lipstick on as my blush, or I use an actual blush. But tonight I'm going to be using another Maybelline New York blush. I already used a bunch of it already, but it's alright though. So I'm going to go in with this pink right here. It's a very light pink. I don't put too much, but still enough on. I know I already have some on my blush, but yes. I just put a little bit on my brush and I just go right over the top. I know it's kind of dark, but right now I'm just dabbing it in just a little bit more before I blend this in. But yes, so I have a bigger brush that I use just to blend this in just a little bit. I don't, and it will like curve up here, which is really nice because it's like my blush is already contouring my face, which is so nice, but I still have plenty of room just to blend this into like contour per se. And I just do the other side too. And of course, I do my nose as well. I don't go by my jawline to do contours because I already have a little bit on already, so I don't really do as much. And I will say though that I don't need any highlight or bronzer on my actual face, just because you can already see the highlight just by having the SPF on me. especially when it's a hot day out. I've always put more on. But yes. But you get the picture, you know? But yes. And the last final look. After I eat and everything, I always put on lipstick. And the lipstick that I use before I go to work is this really cute little purple one. It's perfect for like a date night or going to work. I don't really use anything to outline my lips just because I go back in with my fingers just to make sure that it doesn't bleed into my foundation. But yes, now this is a complete look that I do every single day when I go to work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy watching as I enjoyed making these videos for you guys. Thank you so much and have a great night.